What if believing in yourself is all that you have left right now? When I hit rock bottom, that's when I started believing in myself the most, because I had nothing left to lose. When you have nothing left to lose, then what's the harm in believing in yourself fully? We believe day in, day out negative things about ourselves. We always have limiting beliefs about how we are not good enough. But what if we change the narrative and start telling ourselves how we are? Start telling ourselves how we can make it and how we will make it no matter whatever anyone has ever told you. What if you tell yourself day in, day out, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it. I didn't grow up in a childhood where my parents told me, oh my God, you should believe in yourself, you should be confident. No, I was told the opposite. I looked at my parents and everyone around me and I thought, I don't want to live like you guys. I don't want to have a future like you guys. So what did I have to do? I have to do things differently. I had no choice but to believe in myself. I had no choice but to be delusional and think that somehow everything that I've ever went through was not in vain. Everything that you're going through right now is not in vain. Anything that you're going through is growing you. So if you're in this position, I'm telling you, one day you will look back at this time and you'll think, I'm so grateful that this happened, because now I have the knowledge that I needed back then. Now I'm a bigger person than I was back then. But you have to make that decision to take all of that knowledge and use it for something better. Use it to grow yourself.
Before we get into this video, let's talk therapy, and not just any therapy. Let's talk BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a paid partner of this video, and BetterHelp is on a mission to make therapy much easier. BetterHelp is an online platform where therapists and their clients can communicate effectively. I love BetterHelp because I don't like leaving my house, and if I need to find a therapist, that is the easiest thing for me to do, just online from the comfort of my own home. And also, if I don't like the therapist that I matched with originally, BetterHelp gives me the option to switch therapists with no additional charge, which in real life that would literally not happen. To get started, you fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with a therapist in as little as a few days. You can schedule video, phone, or message-based sessions, whatever you are most comfortable with. So if you think that you might benefit from therapy, then please click the link in the description down below or visit betterhelp.com/wizardliz to get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.
Hi guys, my name is Liz and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's get right into it. First things first, get rid of the limiting beliefs from your environment. See, how do our thoughts get created? It's when we are born as babies, as children, we look at our parents. We look at the way they think. We look at the way they behave, and we start adapting those beliefs and behaviors. If your parents have a limiting belief about money, you will have a limiting belief about money because you grew up that way. You know, I really imagine a world if I grew up in a way where my parents never put fear onto me of other people, or, oh, don't do this because that will ruin the reputation. Oh, don't do this and that. I would never have felt insecure, embarrassed, or anything. I would just be myself authentically, and I would have never felt like I had to dim myself. But because from a child age, parents, they put that into you, you act in a way subconsciously that is always dimming your light. But honey, dimming your light will not get you anywhere. Dimming your light hasn't gotten your parents anywhere. So you have to look at what will get me the furthest. In 2013, there was a study conducted where they made male mice smell cherry blossom, and anytime they would smell it, they would zap and electrocute their feet. So anytime they did that, the male mice started to learn that cherry blossom smell is associated with pain, and they had fear of the smell of cherry blossom. Then they took the male mice and they made them breed with female mice that never had electrocution, that didn't have that issue. So they made children together, and when they had the children, these children would immediately fear or get nervous when they smelled cherry blossom. They knew it because it was in their gene and in their biology to not do that. Now you have to imagine how much of your limiting beliefs or how much of your insecurities are just from your parents that you inherited through gene and DNA. Maybe it's not you. So start really asking yourself, do I believe this about myself? Or is it something that I got from my mother, got from my father, from my ancestors? And you can rewire those beliefs. You know at what advantage you are if you just believe in yourself? Because 99% of people do not believe in themselves. 99% of people are afraid of others' opinions, are afraid to look embarrassed, and they don't think that they can do that thing. But you have that 1% that just believes in themselves, that doesn't care, they make it. So if you become of that 1%, you don't have a lot of competition. You really, really don't. Another thing is the law of conformity. This basically means that no matter how hard you try to do something, your environment will always dictate who you are. This is very, very true. If you are trying to love yourself constantly or believe in yourself that you can do something, but you have someone around you constantly in your ear telling you, you will not achieve that, you cannot do that, at some point you're going to start to believe that person over yourself, because this is the environment you have. If you live in a household where this is the case, then try to minimize contact with these people. Try to stay at work as much as you can. Try to stay away from them as much as you can, or in your room, don't engage with them. If this is your relationship for you, or your boss at work, your colleagues, or these are your friends, then try to change your environment. For me, the environment that I grew up in, the country that I grew up in, I never felt like it was open-minded enough for me to create. So I moved immediately when I met my ex-partner. I moved immediately where he was living, and my career started exploding after that, immediately. In the country that I was growing up, social media was really looked down upon. They would like kind of laugh at you. It was like that kind of mindset. So I moved to a country where you have a lot of entrepreneurs, where they're doing social media, and then I just felt like I could expand so much faster. So if you are not changing, maybe you need to change your environment. Start believing that you deserve to take up space. My sister showed me this TikTok video of this beautiful woman. She has an autoimmune disease which made her extremely skinny, and someone had commented on her stuff like, oh, you're so ugly. And she responded to that, and she was like, even though you think I'm ugly, I deserve to take up space. I deserve to put my content out there, and I deserve to be seen. Even though I'm not what you like, I deserve to be here. I just think that's so beautiful and powerful. It's just realizing that no matter what anyone tells you, no matter that you think that you're not good enough, just being here means that you're a miracle and means that you're allowed to take up space. God didn't put you on earth to not take up space. There was space for you, and that's why you came to this earth. That's why you have a mission on this earth and you have a purpose. But that purpose cannot be fulfilled because your lack of self-belief is blocking the purpose. No one is holding you back. You are holding yourself back. Don't give anyone power over you to think that they can take something from you or make you feel something. They can't make you feel anything if you don't allow yourself to feel it. Also, resistance is what lowers the vibration. For example, I get a comment like, oh, I think she's so ugly. Now, if I will resist, like, oh, I'm not ugly. No, I'm not ugly. I do really look good, all these things. Then I'm lowering my vibration because I'm putting so much energy into something that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you think I'm good looking or whether you think I'm not good looking. It matters how I show up for myself day in, day out. It matters how I feel about myself. You really have to ask yourself, why should I feel any less about myself because someone else cannot see me the way I see myself? Why would you give someone power like that? If you just accept like, I am ugly to you and that is okay, it can just pass through. The more you try to resist being angry, the more you try to resist being sad, the more you try to resist all these emotions, is the more you'll feel worse and worse, and your energy goes into resisting it instead of letting it pass through. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna even cry for a month. Let me cry. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna shout. Let me do that. It doesn't matter. But when it's done, and I can move on from that. Another part of believing in yourself is becoming okay with not being chosen and not being liked. A lot of people will not like you in life, and that is just the harsh truth. Especially if you're trying to do something on social media, you'll get a lot of backlash even the more you grow. You'll have to accept it. You'll have to come to a point where these people will not like me or these people will not choose me. You guys all go, oh, I'm crying, guy didn't want me, all these things. But what about it? What about it? Does that determine your worth? Just because someone said, I don't like you? You know how many times I heard I don't like you? And I don't care. Why should I care about what they think in their world about me? I cannot allow that in. Liz is the owner of her world. And if Liz likes herself, if I go day in, day out thinking, you know, I'm the greatest thing that has walked this earth, that's what I'm going to create for myself. If you go and you walk around like, you know what, this world has not seen magic yet and I'm the magic. Great, that's what you're going to create, a magical world. But if you go around like, oh my God, this person rejected me, so now I'm worth nothing, that is what you will create. A person that is worth nothing because you gave all that power to that one person. Another thing is you have to believe that happy you exists. You have to believe that a version of you exists that is living the life that you want, that has accomplished what they want, and that is living the purpose that they want. It exists. You would not want it if it wasn't inside of you. The more you start to visualizing it for yourself, like this is who I really want to be, and then you put in the work, guys. This is the big mistake that everyone makes, like, oh, I should just believe in myself and sit down. No, you put in the work. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? And then you do it. If you fail at it, you try again. Maybe you try with something else, but at least you tried. You're already 50% in front of other people because they never tried. Become okay with redirection and letting go. I was talking to this friend of mine and she was telling me how she had prayed to God after having so many bad relationships. She had prayed to God. She was like, God, please, like, give me a good relationship. Finally, I'm ready to love and I'm really in a good position. She said after that, she attracted one of probably the worst partners she ever had. But this person taught her to love herself. And that was her lesson. Her lesson wasn't to seek love in a partner. Her lesson was to love herself first. Her lesson was to come home to herself first, so that she would stop attracting partners that couldn't give her what she wants. If you're whole, and if you believe that you deserve the best thing in life, anything you want, you can get. There is no way that someone can come into your life that doesn't have that same vibration. But when we say we're ready for a new partner, we're ready, we're finally healed, God will test you one last time and be like, are you? You have to take those lessons and you have to move on and see them as redirection. I've so many times thought that, oh, I want this, or I want this guy, or I want this relationship, and then it didn't work out. And then I was like, oh God, like, why is this? But then I got something so much better when I let go of it. When I let go of it, I got something that I could never even have imagined for myself. But your higher self and God has bigger plans for you. You cannot see it. You only see the bad things right now. You only see the suffering right now. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. God would not let you suffer for no reason. It is for you to grow. You need to grow into the person that is your higher self. And how do you grow into that person? It's through relationships, it's through loss, it's through all these lessons, because that's how we learn. Maybe right now it's just time for you to find yourself again. It's just time for you to find out, what do I like? Who do I want to be? How do I want to be perceived? What clothes do I like? What do I think suits me the best? How can I take care of myself the way I wish my parents had taken care of me? How can I love myself the way I wish my parents had loved me? Maybe it's time to come home to yourself. Another way of believing in yourself is by moving on for you, doing things for you. You have to let that go. You have to let that past go. Not because I'm telling you to suffer. It's not like you won't miss it. You will many times want to go back to that past because that's where your comfort zone lies. But you have to move on, because the future you does not deserve this. The future you does not deserve something where you're not fulfilled. The future you does not deserve something where it's uncertain and where you're not respected. You deserve better than that. Future you deserves peace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself kindness right now. Give yourself the ability to feel that peace. It doesn't always have to be bad. You don't have to recreate your childhood again for yourself. You don't have to recreate that childhood in partners again for yourself. It's not necessary. You can live drama-free now because it has ended. Honey, trust me, there is something waiting for you just to come in when you release of the past, when you take your power back from that situation. Anything you're clinging onto is draining energy from you. And because it's draining energy, nothing else can come in because you're occupied. Take a situation where you feel like you were done badly and turn it around. Instead of saying, oh my God, I was so stupid. How could I have not noticed that they were cheating on me? Maybe realize like, whoa, I'm a person that can love deeply and I'm a very loyal person. Wow, I deserve a person like that. Instead of saying, oh my God, I had such bad friends, they were doing all these things to me behind my back, say, I'm grateful that I'm not like that. I'm grateful that I didn't do people dirty like that. Start commanding yourself for the things that you cannot understand in other people. Also, trust in who you are becoming. You are becoming such a powerful person. You're such a good, powerful person that will accomplish anything that you set your mind to. But right now, you're going through trials and tribulations and you're trying things out. It's okay. You're learning, you're growing, but just trust that the person that you're gonna be at the end of the day is a person that will look back and that will laugh at these situations and be like, you know what, I'm grateful for this situation and I'm grateful for the way I handled it. I'm proud of myself. That's the person you will be. That's the person you will become. God will not fail you. You will not fail yourself. Even if I look at myself today, I get such a shocked feeling because I am who I needed when I was younger. I wish I had someone that was like me when I was younger that I could look at, because that would have motivated me so much, that would have made me believe in myself so much, and I would have seen that there was another way out. I know that my inner child can feel safe with me now because I fought for myself. I really fought hard for myself through everything. And I know you're fighting every single day for yourself and you're gonna get there. Your inner child is gonna feel so safe with you one day and you're gonna thank yourself that you didn't give up on you. If anyone gives up on you, no matter who leaves, no matter who goes, you have to stay with yourself, honey. Day in, day out, the one person you cannot escape is you. Why be mean to that one person? Why belittle that one person? You're the only one you got. Don't compare. Your journey is very personal. Whatever you're looking at, all these other people think, oh my God, they're already so far. Oh my God, they're this and that. Like, maybe if you were in their shoes, you wouldn't be happy because you don't know what they're going through behind the scenes. They portray an image to you and you think, I would want that image. But if you really switch shoes, you would be miserable. This is your journey and your journey is going to be whatever you make of it. When you decide, you know, this is what I want in life and this is what I have to do to achieve it, and you believe in yourself fully to achieve that thing, no matter what, you will achieve it and you will create a beautiful journey for yourself. Don't look at other people and think, I should have been there. No, you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And you have to trust that whatever you're going through, it's gonna end up on the better side. It's hard, but at least you're trying. You know how many people are not trying anymore or they have completely given up on life? If you wake up every day and you still think, you know what, I have this goal for myself, I'm gonna accomplish this, you know what, baby steps, but I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna do this thing. You're still breathing, trying every day. That means your mission is not done yet. You have something to accomplish. You have a purpose here. You need to start believing in that. You know how many times I struggle with believing in myself, or even sometimes I think like, you know what, I don't want this YouTube thing anymore. I get ideas like that, but then I'm like, no, let's overcome these limiting beliefs. Let's overcome this avoidant attachment lifestyle that I've created for myself, where I would just constantly run away from things or go and try to hide myself. Let's be okay with shining right now, and that I need to shine and that people need to see me because somehow I'm benefiting them. You have to believe that for yourself too. I'm still showing up for myself every day, even if it's hard, even if I don't want to. So many times I've thought like, you know what, I don't want this life anymore. I don't want any life anymore. Does that mean that I have to give up on myself? No, because I've never given up on myself. And I believe that I'm meant for great things. I believe that I'm meant for even bigger things than this. And I believe that you can do anything like that. You can do anything you set your mind to, and you can be the biggest, best thing in this world. But you need to start saying, I am the best thing this world will ever see. I am the greatest this world will ever walk. And when you have that belief in yourself, honey, watch how the world will start acting in accordance to what you believe. I love you guys so much. I hope this video helped you guys. And yeah, I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.